everybody, this is Annette. Welcome back to my channel. Today I bring you a video in regards to the dipping system Kiara Sky. This is not a sponsored video. They didn't pay me to say anything. I have not received any products from them. I just went to Talia's Nail Tales on the Facebook page and I posted there that I was interested in learning more about the dipping systems, the different ones that are out there. And the majority of the people that are on that site, and if you don't know about her page, is about nails. Everything is about nails. They responded back to me that the Kiara Sky was the best product that was out there for dipping system. And I went to Amazon.com. They had a little sale. It was $94 and some change. And because I'm a Prime client, shipping was for free and I received it in 2 to 3 days. So that was fantastic. But I have to tell you, I'm impressed, first of all, about, first because I received it so fast. I don't know if because I'm a Prime member, but the packaging that it came in, it was a plastic packaging. So that broke, I think, in the box, and that was fine. I didn't care as long as the product itself weren't damaged, and they were not. But I have to tell you, I'm impressed with the packaging. The packaging is so beautiful. Look at these bottles. If you haven't seen the Kiara Sky packaging, they are just very beautiful, and it's very presentable for a nail salon like what I have here in my salon. I think this will complement my area. So I think it is a beautiful packaging itself. This set comes specifically with 5 powders and 6 steps. And because I order and it was like a sale or like something special that they had, they also sent me this little dipping system where you can, you know, put your nail in here if you want to do the fringe, or if you don't want to contaminate anything on these little containers, and you can put it all in here and then transfer it back, or I don't know, however you want to do it. I've seen a lot of people do them through the actual containers and not use this much. I've seen this for like glitter and for French. So, and when I say I've seen it, I mean by YouTube channels, and again on Talia's Nail Tales. I've seen a lot on Instagram. I follow Kiara Sky because I wanted to see how their products work. So I wanted to make sure that I bought the right kit. So I bought this kit. It brings all the 6 bottles, the 5 dipping system, this little container, and it also brings extra brushes, which I can appreciate because sometimes I've read that the brushes go dry and stiff, and it's really hard to clean. So it's really good to have additional brushes. It also comes with this Kiara Sky dip powder guide, and it's really nice because you open it and it tells you the steps that you have, which are the bottles that I have here, and then the actual different dipping powders that it comes with. So and then additional instructions on how to create the look of dip powder. So I want to go through each and every one of the items that we have here so you can see what the kit comes with. I think it's a little bit, it's not an inexpensive kit by any means whatsoever. But if you're a professional trying to find something professional, this is what it's being recommended out there. So let's begin with the first bottle right here. This bottle is the Bond, and it says here, it says step number 1. So if you do get confused, you can tilt the bottle to the side and it says it's number 1. So that is the Bond. I would have appreciated if it would to have had this number 1 like on the front or something, or at least say Bond here. That way you can always have, you know, have them looking this way and not the other way. But I think that's just me. But the bottles are gorgeous. I love the packaging. I don't know how many times I'm going to say that, but I love it. Okay, so this is the Bond. The second one is called Base, and it also has step number 2. The third one that I have here, it's a Seal and Protect, and it's step number 3. And number 4, it's called a Top, and that's number 4 right there. This is a Nourishing Oil for your cuticles once you're done with the service. It's number 5. And not only brings you the additional brushes, but this is a brush saver, which tells me that if you're using any of the brushes here and they are not working properly, you can always come in here, and this will be like a cleanser for the brush, and that will be step number 6. That is just fantastic. So I'm going to put this down here, and we're going to go and look at the colors for the dipping system, and I'm going to show you. So the first one that the kit brings, it's called natural powder. So let me see, I think I have this wrong. Yeah, this one's the natural powder, and as you can see, it's just a white powder. I'm assuming it's going to be a clear powder. There you go. Oh, I was hoping it had like a seal on the top. I guess the seal is on the top, but it just got stuck on the cap. But it's like a clear color. So it really, it's like a natural color to the nail. Doesn't say clear, but I'm assuming clear comes also in the Kiara Sky powders. The second thing it has the white powder. So this is called Pure White. And I haven't opened any of these, so yeah, I think that's just stuck up there, but it should have been sealed like, I'm wondering, well, let's just keep going. The next one that it has, it's a light pink, which is this one. There you go. It's pretty full. So I can definitely see how if somebody's sticking their finger there, everything is going to spill. So you might want to have something on the table, and I think it's better to put it in here than if things are going to spill. You don't want them, you don't want to lose product or anything. Okay, the next one I have is medium pink, and oops, that's hard. I love these containers, are really nice. It's like a deeper pink, very pretty. And the last one I have is a dark pink, and this is what it looks like. It's beautiful. I think the colors are gorgeous. Now, it says here that optional, you can purchase a clear powder, which is what I was saying previously. So that will be something that I could purchase separate from the dipping system. Excuse me, separate from the dipping system. And I think the clear is necessary for me because once you use this, it's like acrylic. When you do your nails, you want to encapsulate. And I would really want to encapsulate my dipping powder because I'm going to treat it as an acrylic. It's not called acrylic application because it doesn't have a monomer, an acrylic monomer that you mix it with. This is just a resin base, which a resin is like a glue. So definitely I would, once I apply the color, I would encapsulate, and that would be just my thought. But let's see what the instructions say. And I'm going to be demoing one nail for you guys, but I will be following these instructions. Okay, so I was planning to use my practice hand, but I think it's easier if I use a swatch stick. I think I pulled too many, but okay, let's read what this instructions here say. It says to prep the nail and push back the cuticle and remove the shine from the nail, which you have to do when you're prepping a natural nail. And then apply the bond to the natural nail. Since I am using a stick, a swatch stick, and this is like a glossy surface, I'm just gonna buff that surface a little bit just to make sure that the product is gonna adhere to it. So I'm using 100, 180 on this just to make sure that it's going to adhere, pretending that it's the natural nail. And I have no idea if this is going to work with the swatch, but I hope it does work with the swatch because it will be great for me to keep just the swatch there for my clients when they come and they're asking for their dipping system. Okay, and number one, it's the Kiara Sky, and it's the bond, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. There's the bond. I've applied it. Now it says, I'm going to put the instructions here so we can do this together. It says apply the bond to the natural nail. For artificial nails, just put the glue on the artificial nail and apply the nail and then file on top of it, which is something additional if you're not doing it on natural nail. Okay, so it says apply base right below where the tip nail meets the natural nail, which means if you're doing a tip, if this tip was on top of my nail like this, then they're saying put it right in between there. That way that gap is filled, but we're not doing that. For the natural nail, we're going to just apply the base to 3/4 of the nail towards the free edge, and that's what we're gonna do. And it says to use base. Base is step number 2. As you can see, the bottle is blue, and that's exactly what I'm gonna do right now. And then we are going to use the natural powder, which is this one that I have here. I'm gonna open it just to have it ready. So I have to do 3/4. So we're gonna go all the way up to here. And we're going to dip it. There you go. Then it says apply base to the entire nail. So we're going to apply it to the entire nail. There we go. And obviously you're going to have to be careful when you apply this on your client, because you see how I'm getting over here onto this side and it's perfectly fine because this is a fake nail or a fake swatch, but with your client you don't want to get it in the cuticles. And then we're going to dip again. There you go. It does it very uniformly, as you can see. Let me see if I can do a close-up here, but you can see all the powder. It's on all the nail. So it says after you do the natural, then you find, you apply the base to the entire nail and then dip into the desired color. So just for giggles, I'm gonna go with the darker pink, which is, yeah, it's dark pink. We're gonna do that one. And it says to put base on all the nails, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. There we go. And then I'm going to dip it into the color. There you go. That's one time. Dip into the desired color, apply base to the entire nail, and dip into the clear dipping powder if you want to. But I've seen people done a double dip on this because the color, you see how light that color is? I think I want it to be like a darker color. So I'm going to do another coat of base. And I want to dip again into this pink color. This pink color is great for the French. Ooh, that with the French would look beautiful. Look how pretty that looks. Can you guys see that? Let me see if I can focus here a little bit, but that looks really pretty. Very, very pretty. Now I've seen a lot of people dust on top of it. I don't want to do that. I want to do exactly what the instructions say. And you know what? I'm going to dip it a third time because I want to see how the color intensifies, which I think will be fine. I mean, if I have a client and they only want this color, I would like the color to be a little bit more intense. There you go. Okay, so it says now that I've done that, I'm going to close this one. It says to encapsulate the color, do the clear, but since I don't have clear, then I'm going to have to just leave it like that because the clear is going to be just an additional step. I guess I could use clear acrylic, but I don't want to do that. I just want to go through these steps, and I don't have clear dipping powder to protect the color from the filling. Yeah, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Then it says liberally apply, seal, and protect. So I'm going to close this step number 2. And I'm gonna go with step number 3, which is this one, seal and protect, so I can liberally put this on top of it. There we go. And the other thing I wanted to let you guys know is this has no smell whatsoever. Like, I thought the resin would smell a little bit strong, but you don't even feel it. Okay, then wipe with a lint-free cloth. And it says to wipe it. Ooh, that kind of got stuck there. To wipe it. I don't have anything on the lint-free. I'm just wiping this thing right here, just like that, the way it is. So it says liberally apply, seal, and protect. And then now you can file. After you've done all that, now you can file. So what I'm going to do is I have the same buffer, the 100, 180, and I'm just going to lightly file or buff on top. Okay. And then it says file, shape, and buff. Okay. Have your client wash their hands or wipe the nail with an alcohol pad and remove the excess dust. And I have some alcohol right here that I'm going to use. And I'm going to wipe the excess off. Then it says to, again, go with step number 3 with the seal and protect liberally on it, and wipe with a clean, dry cloth. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to clean the excess. And then it says apply the top coat. Let it air dry before applying another top coat to it. So here's the top coat. That's step number 4. And it says apply it, wait at least a few steps, just because we are directly doing this and we're not doing 10 fingers. It's just why you have to wait for a second while it just dries. So let's see here. It says finish all 5 fingers and allow the top coat to air dry before proceeding to the other steps. And then it says apply top coat again with quick and thin strokes. And then allow the top coat to air dry for 2 minutes. And you can apply your nourishing oil. So we're going to do thin coats. Okay, you guys, well, these are the colors that the kit brought, and I have finished them. This is the French with the medium pink. This is the white. This is the light pink, the medium pink, and the deep pink or the darker pink. This system is absolutely faster and easier than doing a full set of acrylics. And it's very cost effective too. I believe each powder is for up to 30 sets of nails. If this is different, then correct me, leave your comments down below. If you know of a different line that is a dipping system that I should try, that I could get, please leave me your comments down below that you've tried and you say, okay, Annette, you have to try this line. It's better than the Kiara Sky, or it's compatible, or it's more affordable and the results are the same, or where I can find additional colors. I know Amazon has additional colors for the Kiara Sky, and they fluctuate from $10.99 all the way to $17 or $18. So that's a hefty price, but you do get at least 28 grams in each, which is like an ounce. And that is really good. And each bottle has 15 milliliters or 0.5 fluid ounces, which is really nice. The other thing I do like is that the bottles itself, if you, for example, not the Nourishing or the Brush Saver, but if you need the Bond Base, Seal, and Top, the first 4, Amazon sells them all 4 for $28. So I think if you run out of these, or if you need to refill them or have an additional bottle for it because you're having multiple clients, it's a feasible way because you're not going to run out of this. I think you're first going to run out of these products before you do this. So let's recap. We did all the steps. We used the instructions. And I did have a blast doing this. I love it. I think it's going to be a great addition to my nail salon, as well as cost effective for my clients. And the other thing is, you can either choose to remove all the material, like if you have a full color, let's say this is a dipping system and it's a full color, you can remove it with just acetone and cotton swabs with foil, and it will remove immediately. They say between 10 to 15 minutes it will remove the entire product. But if you don't, then you can, if the person's keeping the color, you can do the refill or infill in just a few steps. And again, that's going to take you 30 more minutes, and it's cost effective. Okay, you guys, this is it for my video. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe. Leave me your comments if you tried this line or other lines that I can try. And until next time, God bless.